Right, we should be live. Yes.
Okay.
Let's hope that it's working. It says now you're streaming live. So everybody, I am popping on here a little bit early. We will go live at 3 for our final day. We're going to wrap everything together in a beautiful little bow. And you're also going to meet another one of my amazing men at 3 from across the world in Singapore. But today, I want to introduce you to this amazing man beside me. Oftentimes people think, oh, you only work with women. And a few years back, I decided that that wasn't going to be my case. That I really enjoy. Most of my friends are men. I really enjoy hanging out with men. I honestly usually get along better with men. And so I thought, why not see if I could coach some men? And I began working with men in 2016, and it's been quite successful. And Steve decided to say yes to my invitation to come on here and be live and be brave. And he also really found me. You can explain how you found me or everything, but I know that you came in for confidence to get through a relationship, to start new, to reinvent who you are. So, and you've done amazing things. So anyway, welcome. Thank you for giving us your time.
Sure.
So how did you find the Amazing You program, or me? I'm forgetting how that happened. Was it through a app?
So I started looking on the internet for count. I had seen some counselors and never really got what I was looking for through them. And I think somebody had mentioned, well, maybe you just need somebody that's like coaching. And I searched for that, and I had filled out some online questionnaires, and maybe like 3 of them, not a lot, and kind of wrote down a little bit of my story. And Alicia called me.
I did.
And
Yay.
yeah, and because most people don't call, they'll send back an email or something. And we talked and got my interest, and I think it took another phone call or maybe 2.
Yeah, I was like, well, check me out. I remember that because I was like, just check me out. I have a YouTube, I have this. Let's make sure, because it's an investment, right, of time and money. I'm like, let's make sure that how I work, and it's why I'm doing this 9-day event too, everybody, is because I think it's important to know who you're going to hire, right? Who you're going to work with. So yeah, I think it's a couple more times and you decided to dive in. So you've almost gone through the entire series, and I know that you're really healthy and fit. So we kind of bounced around and really customized it for you in private session. But what were the shifts that you wanted? What were the shifts that actually happened? Because I know sometimes what we think we want isn't necessarily what we get, but we get, I think most of the time, most from what I hear from people, is even better. So you can share as much of that journey as you want and what it's like working with me, if you would.
Sure. I came and kind of, probably like everybody, kind of a messed up situation, and as everybody knows, probably it is created by yourself.
Yeah.
And ready to move on with creating what I want, not what other people want me to be.
Right. Yeah.
That is kind of the end goal with this, to be more assertive for what you want, or assertive isn't, but create what you want. Yeah.
And you're in that process right now too. So
right.
you kind of cleaned the house.
Yes.
And now you're beginning the creation portion.
Yeah. Now it's time to really lock down and manifest what you want, and then hopefully attract that shortly after, huh?
Yeah. Yeah.
It's
Getting to notice how it attracts. Yeah.
yeah.
What was your biggest takeaways from this program so far?
Um, most of uh, what I have gotten from you has I have had some exposure to at some point, uh, one way or the other.
Mm-hmm.
But what amazes me is how you can piece it all together for your specific situation,
Mm-hmm.
because you learn different things, by doing your own self study, and you don't really directly apply it to yourself just by learning it. And you can do that when you're talking one on one with somebody.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And so many group programs like this, a group program that we're talking about me doing the next year, are just a group program, and it doesn't work with this program because that one-on-one individual kind of finding your blueprint, what works for you, what do you want, that clarity piece is so important. And you've done a beautiful job at being willing to look at yourself and discover those things and step forward, and so much has shifted, yeah, in your
Yeah.
reality. So who would you recommend working with me? Who do you think that coaching therapy
Um,
is for, if you were to share it with a friend?
um, like I say, I had been to three different counselors, three or four,
Yeah.
uh, before I had been talking with you. And my experience with them is a lot of them are for people that are in a lot worse situations. They want to hurt themselves or they're badly addicted.
Hmm.
But anybody that just wants to make their life better on their terms should be, um, yeah,
Yeah.
it's
Awesome.
a good deal for them,
Hmm. Yeah.
um, because it's a well-rounded exposure to yourself and where you should the directions you should be looking.
To go.
Yeah.
Yeah. So a lot of self-discovery. Many of my clients, so you guys know, many of my clients have been to therapists for years. Um, Stephen's a different example. His situation was totally different, but a lot of them that were in childhood stuff, started therapy really young. And just you get to a point in therapy where it's not effective for whatever reason. And the talk therapy kind of creates the cycle. So Amazing You is all about undoing the cycles
Mhm.
and creating your own path. And definitely not the path that I think you should be on. Not to say that I disagree with your path either, but like I try not to direct it as much as possible so you truly get the results that you want. So Steve, thank you so much
Mhm.
for entrusting me with your journey, and for sharing with everybody, helping them know me a little bit better and what it's like working with me. Is there anything else that you want to share about working with me that you think they should
Um,
know?
Very easy to work with. You are. It's a pleasure. I don't feel, um, never have felt like I was um, not appreciated.
Mm, you are
Yes.
appreciated.